We're tired. Hi.
Can you tell us, like, the week after yarn trail?
Okay, let's try this again. Hello, and welcome to the Modern Skein podcast. My name is Sharon Graff, and I am the owner of the Modern Skein, which is a yarn shop here in Montgomery, Texas.
And I am Becky, store manager at the Modern Skein.
I feel like we need to scooch over slightly. So, yes.
Okay.
It was a wildly successful yarn trail. Thank you so much to everyone who came out and participated. We met a lot of new folks on the trail this year. It was fantastic. And I feel like we also saw a whole bunch of people we hadn't seen in several years. So hi again and welcome to all of our new friends. That being said, if you are a new viewer of the podcast, we would really appreciate it if you subscribed, give us a thumbs up, if you do all the YouTube-y things. I look like I have a cone sticking out of my head from this vantage point. Sorry, very distracted by that. Yes, so if you will give us a like, a follow, a share, a subscribe, all the things that you gotta do and jump through all the hoops, we would appreciate that very much. I highly also recommend do not go back and start at episode 1. I know a few of y'all diehards have. It's a little rough. Just saying. Tune in when Becky starts, which is like episode 80 something.
Oh dear.
That's great. Not episode 1, where I'm like, hello, my name is Sharon. It's rough. So anyway, hi.
All right, well, I'm going to jump in with some FOs.
Do it, because I'm just like, ugh.
So last time, I said I would have a bunch of FOs, and I do.
That's true. She somehow, in her delirious state of yarn trail,
oh my goodness,
finished 2 projects. I just cast on. Did you finish 3? I just cast on a bunch of random stuff.
I guess technically the last, the cuff of this was outside of yarn trail, but
Close enough.
Okay, well, I finished this one first, so
Whee!
Let's talk about this one. While I really would like to put this on, it is just too hot.
I'll have you know, I am wearing long sleeves, but it's an optical illusion because I have shorts on, because that's how you wear clothing when you want to pretend it's fall in Texas.
Yep. But for when sweater weather does really and truly arrive, this is my finished Buffalo Rose pullover. This was a test knit for Karel Chan of KC Knitting Co. I love this sweater.
It is pretty.
So it's got these big, beautiful roses. Look at you getting all snuggled up into your little scarf that you just finished in 2 days.
Oh no, I cast this on last night.
Okay, in 24 hours.
Technically.
Less.
It's 3 episodes of a television show, so. But continue. I'm just going to sit here pretending it's deep winter.
But yeah, so this is finished. This one was a little bit of a bear to get through at first, but I'm so glad I did, because it's one of the favorites, my favorite yokes that I've ever done. This is one that I stumbled upon in an Instagram explore page, and I saw her test call post, and here we are. So this is knitted up out of ampersand fibers, really nice woolly wool. As far as something that you could use from the shop, Scout, I think, would be incredible for this sweater.
That would.
It doesn't release, I think, until the 23rd of this month, so you've got a little bit of time. She is also putting out a kids version, so
Oh, cute.
it's super cute.
Matching sweaters.
Yes. So there's that. And yeah, The second one that I finished was my Allie's tee.
This is super cute.
I really like this one. This is for S.Knits or Sarah Opie. I hope I said her last name right. But this is part of the collection. She did the Allie's sweater that just released, the Allie's tee lightweight, and then the Allie's tee DK weight that all released on September 2nd. So they are all available now. There is also a pair of socks using the same color work motif, which mine is a bit on the low contrast side, but I love it anyway.
It's really nice though. Like
you can kind of see those diamonds kind of going throughout.
Sometimes you don't want super high contrast color work to wear, you know? Especially in a tee, I think.
Yeah. Makes it a little easier to wear. I followed kind of just her pattern specifics to get a really cropped version. There is instructions on lengthening it. You get several points actually at which you can lengthen kind of the plain raglan part if you'd like. You can also lengthen the color work, and you can even lengthen after the color work if you really wanted to.
But like, okay, so there's these pants that I feel like everyone should buy at Target because we have all bought them. They're just classic drawstring linen cotton type pants.
Yeah, they're great.
I wouldn't call them excessively high-waisted at all. They're just not low-waisted. Yeah. And like she was wearing it with that, and there was no belly button sticking out or nothing like that. I mean, it was just hitting right
if
at the
I reached for the yarn at the very top of the back wall, like right there,
yeah,
then you could see my belly button a little bit, but that was because my arms were fully outstretched.
And on tippy toes.
Yes.
But no, that's super cute.
And this one, I really like the detail too. All of the kind of what you typically would see as ribbing in most designs is done with a folded over stockinette little like cuff. And it gives you a chance to just use that solid or that accent yarn, and I love it. So I'm gonna get a lot of wear out of this one. I will very likely to knit another one because the yardage also for this was practically nothing.
Yeah, because
so my contrast skein I had already used for a pair of socks, and I still have like 40 grams left. It did not use a lot, and then I think my main color I used maybe a skein and a half.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty.
Yeah.
It stretches the fingering weight yarn very nicely.
So yeah.
Yay.
So that's my Allie's tee. You want to jump in with this
sure.
most recent FO?
I had another FO. You can see it on our Instagram. I finished the Minimalist, which is a cowl, and I'm definitely going to cast another one on, quite possibly today, even though I have a lot of knitting I need to do and finish for DFW. But that's beside the point. So last night...
It's a comforting pattern.
It's very simple, and I do love it. So last night I knit this, which is the Sophie Scarf, and I do literally mean last night. I got home, ate my dinner, and I started watching a couple episodes of The Witcher. I cast this on, and 3 episodes later. I watched 3 episodes, and then Josh got home and we were watching some Leverage, but I was basically like in the last 10 minutes of finishing. So, what is that? 2 and a half?
Yeah.
3 hours,
like
probably
just
3.
under just under 3 probably.
And I wasn't power knitting it. I was just knitting it.
It's such nice like short rows that
and I did knit the smaller version because I feel like this is plenty big for a small version, and I can still double wrap it around my neck. And obviously if you don't want to double wrap it, it looks cute just like tucked into a coat. I could just tie it up like so. Really cute, casual. So yeah. Pattern is written for DK or holding a... I think she actually, in the pattern, she holds a DK and a mohair together. But I feel like depending on honestly, you could change this up and knit this in just about any weight of yarn. to be totally honest. So the yarn I used is actually one that we don't have in the store at the moment. We will be debuting it at DFW Fibre Fest. So this is a Fibre Fest sample. It is so fluffy. It's yes, I said that in a very much Minions Gru.
I mean, as
voice.
you should.
Yes. So yes, the colorway is called Driftwood. It's so lovely. This used, it's a DK weight yarn, and it's a 100 gram skein, 200 and something yards in the skein. I want to say 225, and I'd already used probably a third of that skein to finish another project, and I used literally like another third of the full skein. You only need like 110 yards, I think she says, for the large, or for the small, and like 130 for the large. So it is very like you said, potato chip, easy, used up your scraps. I think it's just that perfect little grab and go. I mean, to be totally honest, if I was like skiing or something, I could tie it up and wear it as like a head thingy if I couldn't find my hat. So sorry, I'm getting like buzzed all the time by everyone trying to call me.
I feel like usually we have your phone up there and it's on like airplane mode.
Yeah, so, but yeah, I mean, look, you can just, ta-da, it's perfect. I do need to trim my ends. I woven the ends. I should have to trim them. I didn't have scissors over here. So, that is the Sophie Scarf by Petite Knit. You get both sizes in the pattern. This is a great gift knit, to be totally honest. This would be fantastic because you can whip this, even if you are the slowest knitter, you could get this done in a day, maybe 6 hours of knitting, I would say. Great gift item, in my opinion, because everyone knows how to wear one of these little scarves. It's just cute. Yeah, gosh. Family group chat, phone calls. Why does everyone need me this morning?
I got one more.
Woo!
So I think if all goes according to plan, this is actually releasing today.
Yes, I saw that post.
So this is my finished Briar and Bramble sweater for Caitlin Hunter, Boylan Knitworks. It's done. I did end up doing about a 3/4 length sleeve on both sleeves, and I did shorten the body by about an inch. I think all said and done. I have not woven in ends, if I'm being entirely honest. I just tucked those suckers in the sleeves and took photos. But I struggled a little bit with this one. I think I talked about it last time. My gauge is not perfect. But I am glad that I went ahead and finished it because I think I still will get a good amount of wear out of it as a little bit of a layering piece once we get closer into the wintry weather. And I love. I mean, I love the texture of that, like, bamboo stitch, but my favorite part is actually these raglans. The raglan stretches, of course, from the neckline down, and then goes into the underarm, along the sleeve, and down the side. And it's just a really cool kind of silhouette to it. She did design this to do some embroidery on, so I played around with a little bit. These are kind of little floofy dandelion looking things, and some like little leaves that I embroidered with. May continue and do more, may not. I haven't fully decided yet. So, yeah, Briar and Bramble. This is knit up in a DK weight, which honestly that was my biggest error in this one is I opted for a heavy DK. Her DK that she originally used is definitely a lighter DK. So, because of the stitch pattern, it definitely, I would definitely recommend getting closer to what she used. But honestly, it's one I could see myself knitting again. I'm like half tempted to do another one in a lighter yarn that is closer to what she used. Yeah.
I mean, it's a very wearable design.
Yeah. Super easy. Once you get started, I mean, the pattern is really easy to rememberize, was what I was going to say.
Rememberize.
Remember and memorize. Put them together. Rememberize.
I like it.
Yeah, it works. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, it's really easy to rememberize. It's just a couple of like alternating rows, especially like kind of once you get the hang of it. She talks through putting in the markers for each of the raglans. It's a great pattern. So, yeah. By the time this goes out, this will be out too.
Woohoo! So, I have a lot of things that I need to finish before DFW. So I cast on another one that I need to finish before DFW.
But it's so good.
It is so good. This is the Rib Lace Raglan. It's the start of the Rib Lace Raglan by, I always screw his name up. Hold on. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. James N. Watts. I want to call him Jesse. I don't know why. I do. I am so sorry. It's James N. Watts. Not like James and Watts. It's James N. Watts. Anywho, this is the Rib Lace Raglan. This is one of those things that it's going to need to be blocked to really appreciate it. But it's this beautiful column lace raglan tee. And I'm definitely doing mine the tee version for time and sanity and everything else. But it's so good, you guys. This is going to be a sample for DFW, showcasing one of the yarns that we're showcasing at DFW in a custom colorway. Sorry, it was a whose phone has more battery, and neither one of them had more than 30%. So if we cut out, we will go over to my phone, which hopefully has been charging this whole time. But this is going to be super fun. Yes, do you need a lacy raglan going into fall? Well, if you're in the Houston area or Texas or South and any general, yes, you can. I see this as a cute layering piece, even into the more wintry times with, a long sleeve shirt on top or putting a sweater over top, things like that. So yarn and all those details will be coming for DFW. And if you're not coming to DFW, so sad, but you'll find out afterwards. Yeah. So why don't you share what you're wearing? What you're working on. I mean, you're obviously wearing a cute little black outfit, but what you're working on is what I meant to say.
So we mentioned the Minimalist cowl, which has turned into, incidentally, the shop projects.
Everyone is doing it.
Courtesy of Suburban Stitcher, who brought her finished Minimalist cowl to the trunk show we had. It's just a really good, comforting project. It's a single skein of Surrey or mohair with a single skein of fingering weight. So, this is mine.
And it's one of those projects where you can literally be interrupted in the middle of the row and put it down and pick it back up 2 days later and know exactly where you are and not have to think about it. This is fantastic social knitting. So super glad social knitting. That doesn't even make sense. Super great social knitting. If you've got to work, but you can squeeze out knitting,
I mean, honestly, yesterday I was working on getting stuff ready for DFW on our website, and internet was being slow uploading photos, so I would drag and drop photos in and pick this up and knit a little bit until it finished. Yeah. So
this is what I worked on during Yarn Trail, because it would be like, you know, knit 5 stitches, check someone out, help a customer, knit 5 stitches, or drop it, literally like fling it into my bag and come back 3 hours later to discover that Surrey had like drug it out of my bag or something. So it's a great project for that.
Yep. So it's designed by Winter's Weather Knits. Really just kind of simple, as the name suggests, minimalist cowl, kind of that bandana style. So it does come down to a point. Obviously, mine needs a little bit of blocking before it's going to do that. Yeah. It's mostly you start working flat so you can do your increases. You start at that narrowest point. So it goes really, really quickly. It's really satisfying that way. And then you join in the round, which I've been joined in the round for a couple inches.
You're close to being done.
I'm close. I opted to do the medium size, which I did a little try on yesterday, and I'm very happy with that.
So there's small, medium, and large. Yes. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see me wearing the large.
Yep.
I think when I'm going to cast this on, like I said, later today, I'm going to do the small version and just kind of have a comparison for size. Because the large definitely is like an oversized. Yeah. I'm thinking the small is going to be more like a tuck into your closer knit, more of a true winter wear kind of thing.
Yeah, I only lost a couple stitches. It's fine. But yeah, super easy to throw over. The large definitely can kind of almost come over the shoulders a little bit. So I feel like if you were in a cooler climate, it'd be really nice for that factor. Or gifting it. Because I think this might become a good gift knit pattern.
Really good gift knit pattern. I mean, it's time to think about it. It's like 112, 113, 115, I don't know, somewhere around there. Days till Christmas.
It's too soon. But I think it is like 54 days till Halloween. And that one I am counting down. Yeah, so I'm using red Stag fiber for this one. This is actually Bishop's Palace. This was part of the travel boxes that the shop did last year. So alas, it is not a colorway that's still kicking. But we do have some other skeins that would be a really great option. You really can't go wrong with mixing colors for this one. And then this is actually Abby's yarn that I snagged the Surrey skein that came in. I fell in love with it, and I was like, yep, mine. I was like one of those seagulls from Nemo. Mine! Mine! But I love the two of them together. The speckles in here are a lot of fun. I feel like it's much more like light pink than I normally wear, but I'm very happy with it.
Yeah, it is definitely pinker than either one of us go.
Yeah.
It's good. So, oh my gosh, I'm about to throw my watch over there. So, I don't remember where I was when I showed this last, but I am working on my Swancho. I did not get a single stitch done on it during Yarn Trail. Understandably so. I did steam it, and it looks so good, you guys. Yeah. So my Swancho is one of my DFW sweaters. I am knitting this out of Moondrake for the main body, Chelsea Luxe for the two browns, and then the gray steel kind of color is called Forge Steel, and it is red Stag fiber. So my plan today, this is ambitious, okay? So I'm taking a half day today, and Josh thinks it's to, catch up on laundry and house and that sort of stuff from Yarn Trail. No, it is purely to sit in a chair and knit for as many hours as possible, and then possibly take a nap.
Take multiple naps.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. My goal is to finish the colorwork chart today.
Oh, yeah.
There's 3 charts left.
Oh.
Like I said, it's a little ambitious. I think there's 2 more increase rounds, and I think 2 or 3 charts left. I haven't looked at the pattern in a little while. But my goal would be to finish the chart, which means separating for sleeves. Then what I will do, once I do separate for sleeves, I will go ahead and bust out the sleeves first because they're basically long cuffs that you do. So get those done and then power through the body. That's my goal. I also have another sweater over here that I'm going to show you. I need to finish it by DFW. It is not for me or for DFW. It's actually for Josh. Something I promised him, and since I kind of flaked out on the last one, I kind of need to actually finish this. So I did not have this cast on at all on the last podcast. Soldatna crop. Hi, I'm almost through. So I actually already did the sleeve cuff on this, and I will only be doing the, 6 inches. I'm going to keep it cropped because this is just a sample. But this is all red stag fiber. We've got the colorway. This is Estate Decay, Walsh Slate, Pine for the main body, Isle of Harris, and Per Pod. So super cute. Gives me very like ski vibes, ski sweater vibes.
Yep.
I think partly the coloring, but that's what I worked on a little while ago. I mean, I have other things that I should be also knitting, but gotta do DFW prep, Yep. So, yeah.
And,
go ahead. What
and
is
over
that?
here, this I cast on last night.
I was
on a
about to
whim.
say, I haven't seen this. What is this?
So this is my leftover red from my roses and my Buffalo Rose pullover. And I was sitting there last night, and I was about to pull the Minimalist out of its bag, and I was like, I've got this Salt and Timber book sitting on my living room table. I should cast something on.
We have like one copy left.
Yeah, there's one copy left.
If you pre-ordered, by the way, and you haven't gotten a shipping notification,
sorry.
It's because you probably, or you did, because we've shipped everybody else's out. You also ordered a Lina magazine. We do not have them yet. They are not available to ship yet, so we are holding everything back. Don't worry. It's reserved. You're not going to miss out.
Yeah. If you've purchased a copy,
your name
we're
is
not
on
factoring that into our other inventory.
Yeah.
So
No, don't worry.
There's
You
only
are
one
good.
that is completely unspoken for.
Yes.
I don't feel like I normally buy books, but
Don't usually.
I really love this one because I think I would knit every single thing in it. But this is the Firewood cap. I say as I go to find the photo. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
So, awkward angles. So it's a really just super simple, basically a ribbed hat. You work a really long brim, but you do a little bit of detail.
Oh, that's cute.
So it is, you're not having to do a whole bunch of purling. Well, I guess you are. It's ribbing. I don't know what I'm saying. But you end up knitting it kind of inside out, and then you flip the brim up so you get that cute little detail. I should have enough. Worst case scenario, the top of this hat ends up with the remainder of kind of my light oatmeal color.
That'd be pretty too.
And I figured that's fine. But like I said, I should have plenty. I am using a DK weight instead of the worsted that she calls for, but I did, I sized up so that even if it comes out a little bit smaller, it's fine. And it's ribbing, so it stretches a whole bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is another nice mindless, fairly instant gratification project after finishing the stack of sweaters. And I apologize, it just made that camera shake. My bad. Sorry says hi.
Actually, she's just sauntering off, but, that's her way of saying hi.
Yeah.
Yes. So, I have no more whips to show you, but we do have some things, I'll say, left over from Yarn Trail that we're going to share. First off is our custom colorway from Red Stag. It's called Walk in the Woods. It's available on Estate DK and Cottage Sock. Estate DK is 100% superwash merino wool, 231 yards. Walk in the Woods is a 75-25 merino nylon, 463. I love Cottage Sock. I love Estate DK. Love them both. But I've had several of you guys do minimalist cowls. Some people are doing socks. Some people are putting it in shawls. This would be cute in a sweater. Lots and lots of different things. But we do have, I actually think we have a sweater quantity left in Estate DK, and then we have some of the Estate fingering as well. So you can still snag those. They are up on the website for purchase now. We also, from Red Stag FIbre, like Becky is using for her minimalist cowl, this is the Abby's yarn. If you didn't see our post on social media, Josh, Josh, is my husband. This is why it gets a little confusing. He owns Red Stag FIbre. One of his friends who works for him is named Joshua. Okay, see the difference. Joshua's daughter was diagnosed with leukemia in July. So they are doing a benefit yarn. $10 from every skein sold of Abby's yarn is going directly to Joshua Rogers' family to help them get the supplies that they need going through treatment. She is going through a program at through St. Jude, which is very helpful to the family, but there's still a lot of supplies and things that they have to do. Of course, now they've had to, basically turn their entire lives inside out. So they need all the help they can get. And so that's what we're doing. So we took all of her favorite colors. I didn't do anything. Josh took all of Abby's favorite colors and put them into a skein. It turned out really cool. It's kind of got a peachy background.
Yeah.
I did a little headband for Abby out of it, but like you're doing the cowl. We've got a couple people doing socks and hats.
I think there's a couple that have planned sweaters too, which would be gorgeous.
So we've got very limited skeins left in like the sport and DK weights, but we have lots available in the cottage sock base. So you can definitely get a sweaters quantity in the cottage sock for sure. All the details are on the website, and you can purchase that online as well. Not the last. One of the other custom colorways that we got back in is the Moondrake Oklahoma City. So she created this for us a couple years ago with our travel boxes, and this is our custom colorway for the shop. It's a beautiful teal with a hint of green and gold, yellow, all those beautiful sunset type colors. And this is on her merino linen, 393 yards, 90% merino, 10% linen. And it's just a really fun yarn. So grab that. It's great for something like the Lone Skein shawl, tees. The Salty Air tee would be really cool. So then our other shop exclusive yarn that we got back in. So Diane, Suburban Stitcher, I think 3 years ago, created this custom color for us, and this is only available here in the Modern Skein, and it is our custom colorway called Fun Fun Fun, and it is super fun. So this is available on her merino DK, which is 250 yards, and her sock base, which is 75/25 merino nylon. Fun 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 is like a cream base and then speckled with yellows and blues and then the bright pops of pink, which is not like me, but it is very Diane. It gives her little influence in on it. And it's super fun. Fun. That's literally what I said. I was like, when she showed it to me years ago, I was like, oh, that's super fun. She's like, what do you want to call it? And Fun. That's not the actual name of the song, but by Beach Boys, and we'll have fun. Na, 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 na. Yeah. I'm too tired to sing. What is the name of that song? That's going to bug me now. But anyway, that Beach Boys song was on, and that's how the name came to be. So yeah, we have sweater quantities available in both cottage sock and the deep cottage sock. Servant Stitcher sock and her merino DK. I need to go to bed or something. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we also have restocked the Maker's boards in both the gray colorway and the original craft. So these are restocked. Hopefully they'll stay restocked and we can take them to DFW. But if you've been looking for one, we have all the magnets, the rulers, all the accessories to go with them. They're finally all back in stock. So we have those available to ship ASAP. Or come in if you want to take a look. Maker's boards, if you're not familiar, are a magnetic stand that you can, if you still use printed patterns, which I am a diehard printed pattern fan. I don't keep them nice. I just and bought them up in my bag.
I really enjoyed that they were folded, they were messy, but you were just like, nope, let's go full send. Crunch.
So if you don't want to do that to your patterns, please use Maker's board.
Oh God, I laugh. But for a lot of times for charts, for like a color work chart or just a chart in general, I like having that physically in front of me where I can like cross off things or like use the highlighter tape and like move up my progress. Yeah, you know, it's a nice kind of visual marker of like, oh, I got 20 more rows. Whee! Yeah, exactly. And mine always look like they've been chewed up by some gremlin. So
half of mine have been chewed, and there's bite marks either by Duncan or Surrey. So,
yep,
there's that. The other yarn that we didn't have time to show you guys last time that came in, there's not much of it left, but we're going to show you. Yes. We got in Hedgehog DK and some of our favorite colorways for sure. No, this is definitely my all-time favorite. Is it my all-time favorite? It's one of my all-time favorite.
That's a big statement.
It is a very big statement. One of my all-time favorite yarns from Hedgehog is Firefly. And we have sweater quantities available in Firefly on Estate DK. This would be so pretty in the new Pierre sweater.
Mm-hmm. If you go back and look at yesterday's live, and by yesterday I mean Tuesday the 6th, because obviously this isn't going to... Is that right?
Oh. Yeah, 7th? No, because I was like, was that yesterday?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Oh gosh, I do need to sleep. That's a really big prime truck.
It is.
I've never seen a prime truck that big.
Makes me think of those stories where kids got a hold of the Amazon Prime and just order.
Yeah, Josh would be like, "That's your order." We're easily distracted today. This is called Firefly by Hedgehog, and it's beautiful, and you should get one.
That's gorgeous. Sorry's playing with the blinds. So
yeah,
sorry. Real bright, happy color. This is Flamingo. We actually have a customer that is using this as the contrast in her halibut sweater. Shout out to you, Jana. It's so good. It's so good. She did her cowl in the same pattern or same palette. Yeah. The so halibut cowl, I guess I should specify.
Yeah.
But so pretty. Yeah, this is a Wake the Dead pink.
Yes, it is neon. It's very much so. This is Orca. Yes. We had one customer look at that and was like, that hurts my eyes. I'm like, well, yeah, you might need to wear sunglasses if you're knitting it.
Yeah.
This is Orca. This is like the inverse of typewriter, you guys. Mm-hmm. It's so good.
Beautiful black and white skein. Another bright one. Just kind of going with that neon orange. This is Phoenix. Really beautiful. Lots of reds. Some speckles in there of cool tones, but very mostly fall. Very much like a fiery Phoenix color. It's great.
This is Maelstrom. Very, very nice. Goes, kind of fades into Orca for sure. This is one of the newer colorways that was released earlier this year. I say new colors. It's already September, and this came out in January, but it's kind of new for this year. So it's got that beautiful teal and rich, moody pops of orange, like fiery orange, and deep, deep magenta purple with black. So super fun.
And then this is Filigree. Again, it's one of the new colors from that collection earlier this year. Really rich gold with some kind of just opalescent colors in there.
Mm-hmm.
Some pinks, blues, greens, purples. I think she was talking about this one was inspired by like fancy jewelry with like an iridescent gem set in it, and it definitely has that aesthetic.
Definitely. And then another oldie but goodie. This is one of my favorites.
It's a good color.
Juniper. It's gray, and then it literally has, I say literally, it has almost every single color of speckle except maybe pink.
Yeah.
And then some of the purple speckles kind of fade into almost a magenta-y, but it's so pretty. Like you see those neon pops and everything. I've had 2 customers do, I'll say, really simple raglan basic sweaters, but out of this, and it's stunning. Love. Love, love, love. So get your hands on Juniper. We also, I'm not going to go through every color because that's too much.
Just got a big old handful.
Minis
Minis are back.
So we have Larry the llama, or whatever we're calling him.
I mean, it's Larry now.
Full of the minis. And yeah, they are all listed on our website. So you can order them online. You don't have to paw through the bucket here in store, but it's super fun to do that.
Yep.
Trying to think of anything else. We probably won't be podcasting before DFW just because of the time to get up there and everything else. So we'll probably be also tired after DFW. Hi.
It's going to be a good time.
But like Yarn Trail's like the first kickoff into fall. DFW's like, it's not normally in the fall, but it is now. And so it's kind of like our first big fall show. So it's super fun. Fall's coming, even though it's 90. You know, you can order pumpkin spice latte and sweat here. Yes. So I don't drink pumpkin spice lattes.
But then you can also order the pumpkin cream cold brew, and that's even better.
I do have that every now and then. Totally do. Yeah. So, yeah. I got nothing else. I don't think Suri has anything else to share. Surprisingly, your phone has had enough battery to
I'm
support
impressed.
this. Yes, very impressive. So we're going to shut it down, and I say shut it down. We're going to shut down the podcast because now we have to open and, speak to people. So, hi.
And we're also going to go make a couple cups of coffee.
Yeah.
To, buffer a little bit better.
I also have like half an energy drink over there. I need to just chug. Yeah. And then maybe take a nap. Anyway, I'm just going to stop because this is not our normal podcast. It really isn't. We are normal. I say that every time, and we usually end up digressing terribly. So I hope you made it through, and I hope you enjoy our weird sense of humor. And, we'll see you guys later.
Toodles.
Bye.